All right, boys and girls, welcome to the live stream for today's Superstar Saturday Showdown on the Oval. The beautiful, mostly sunny day here at Newred Hobbies in Ocala, Florida. We got our mud bosses out on the track here. These boys are ready to rock and roll. Our order for this one's going to be Bob, John, and Chris. Let's roll them off. And here we go. It's a big block mud boss, but I know we do have a couple, maybe one or two 12 turns out there. I know of one. See who can really do what. All right, after 35 seconds, Bob Rumplash showing the way. Now, blue number 4. No. He's in the red. We'll figure it out here in a second. Everybody turning some new fast laps last time by. Yeah, Mr. Bob in the blue number 4 puts it in the infield. Gets back out of it. Mr. Richard getting my rocks out of there for me. Thank you, sir. Carpenter fast lap showing the way with a 6.73. He's on a 34 lap pace out there in that red, white, and black. Number 17, C, if I'm seeing that correctly. He is running the 12 turn in that thing. Bob falling back to second by 5.7. He's in the blue number 4. And Chris finally getting a little bit more competition out here in the Mud Boss class. In the orange, white, and blue, number 48. Bob's got a 6.11. Chris has got a 6.75. And Carpenter stepped up to a 6.44. Bob and Chris battling out. They're a second apart for that second spot. Mr. Carpenter showing the way overall by like a lap and change right now. Halfway, drivers halfway. Up next, Buggy Late Model. Come on down. Me, John Seahall, TJ Nolan, Casey Bass, Brad Feeney. $1:30 to go. Now Chris up to second by 2.2 over Bob. Bob throwing a little elbow there on your leader. Goes wide and 4, Mr. Carpenter showing him experience. $40. Once again, Buggy Late Model need to be in staging. Seahall, Nolan, Bass, and Feeney. $15 seconds. 35 lap pace for your leader right now. In that red, black, white, and yellow numbered 17. Chris Thompson, still on a 32 lap pace now. He's picked it up a lap. He's still behind our leader by 3 laps and change. That is time, drivers. Race it out. Race it out. Bob going way wide in 3 and 4. Carpenter's done. Bob is done. And Chris is done. Carpenter going to set the TQ time here. 35.405. Chris with 32. Bob with 31. All right, boys and girls, let's everybody slow down a second. I got to get a couple cars checked in here. I need Mr. John to turn around and cross that line for me one more time. One more time, sir. I think the minimum time there was... There we go. All right, my marshals look like they're in position. Like Wags is going down there to the far end to help us out. All right, boys, we ready to rock and roll up there? The order's going to be John C. Hall, TJ Nolan, Casey Oh, my gosh. We've run one race. All right, let's roll them off. It's going to be John C. Hall, TJ Nolan, Casey Bass, Brad Beanie. Here we go. All right, 35 seconds into this. Brad out there in front in that deep blue, purple. We're not sure what it is. Number 77 showing the way over C-Hall by less than a quarter of a second. C-Hall in the pink and yellow. Running a little lemonade scheme maybe. A little country time perhaps. One of those things. Mr. TJ out there in his new paint scheme, the black and yellow. In second, now C-Hall to third, Casey Bass in fourth by 3/10. Whole field separated by 1.2 seconds on the clock. All four of these guys on a 37-lap pace right now. Caution in 1 and 2, and it's clear. Got some viewers tuning in online. You're watching online, jump in the chat, let us know where you're tuning in from. Fast lap so far. Casey's got the fast lap of a 5.85. Caution in 3 and 4. And we're almost clear. Brad with a 6.1, TJ 6.0, C-Hall 6.0, so all these guys pretty much right in there. Gonna come down to mistakes. Brad still showing the way. TJ, Casey, and C-Hall at the line. Once again, the whole field separated by 2 seconds, so any accident, you're going to the back. And like Casey found out there. Caution out of 4, go high to 4, high to 4. These boys having a good time up there in the stand. 1:25 to go. Up next, short course late model. Steve Orth, Mark Gagnol, Don Fender, John Cola, John Seahaw. Come on down. Got somebody from Mr. BC on YouTube watching from Shasta Lake, California. It's cool. We can tune in to a race pretty much anywhere in the world. "50 seconds to go. It's Brad, John, Casey, TJ at the line once again. Field is only separated by 3.4 seconds. Everybody down on a 36-lap run right here. Brad still showing the way in that purplish blue car. Seahall running the pink and yellow. Casey rocking the green, black with the orange stripe. And Mr. TJ, the black and yellow. Hug it out, guys. Hug it out. Seahall somewhere eking out a 5.6 out there. 10 seconds to go. Casey with a 5.8, Brad 6.1, TJ 6.0 still. That is time, drivers. Race it out, race it out. Keep going. TJ's done. Casey's done. John is done. Looking for Brad to finish out here and shut it down. He's going to set TQ here. 37 laps, 4:05. Casey with 36. Seahall with 36, separated by 2 seconds there. And TJ with 35. Missed that extra lap by 1.5 seconds. All right, short course late model down and get him checked in. All right, boys and girls, since we didn't have quite the driver's meeting we normally would do, I'm going to make an announcement here. After the end of all of our first round qualifying, Mr. John Cola and Mr. Sticks from inside the hobby shop are going to bring their pro motos out here and have a little mano-a-mano battle after the last race. All right, let's get some cars checked in here. Pull those cars a little further forward, gentlemen, and I'll have you check in separately here in a second. All right, Mr. Fender, one more time, cross that line. Remember, guys, red flag conditions, pace speed only. Mr. Don's good. Mr. Steve, you're good. Maybe. What's doing? Let's see. Hold on. Mr. Cola, one more time. Mr. Cola. All right, well, there's Seahaw. He's good. Once again, Mr. Cola. I need one volunteer marshal at the south end, please. Help us out there. Meantime, gentlemen, turn them loose. You got 1:20 on the clock for some hot laps. Spread them out, turn and burn. All right, boys and girls, had to get a little cool beverage. It's nice out, but it's a little warm still for a guy in pants. All right, drivers. I got Super Marshal TJ down at this end anyways. We should be all right. Mr. Steve Orth's going to lead us off, followed by Mark, Don, John Cola, John Seahall. I'll see what these boys can do. Here we go. Something weird noise coming out from Don's car. Hopefully he can jiggle a handle here, and might have had a motor phase come loose. It's kind of what it sounded like. Got Steven tuning in from Ocala. We got Randy Werstein tuning in. Orth dropping a 5.78. New fast lap for him. He's in second right now behind Seahall by 1.6 seconds. Cola back 2 seconds in third. Gagnon 2.7 in fourth. And Don looks like one lap in there, unfortunately. And your leader, Seahall, spinning out in four. He had about 4.5 second lead over second place at the moment. See what happens here. .39 lap run here for John Seahall right meow. Steve Orth back 4.5 in second. Cola behind him by 0.5 second in third. Mark in fourth. Your leader rocking the black, pink, and fluorescent yellow. Number 1 on it. He's got a number on the side of the car now. Steve Orth out there in the green, black, and white. Number 52, if I'm seeing that correctly. Mr. Cola rocking the silver and blue, number 5. And Mark's got the black and yellow, 65. .130 to go, 130 to go. Seahall and Orth on a 38-lap run here, separated by 3.6 at the line. Pull down a lap and change right now in third. Mark back a couple more in fourth. 1:15 to go up next. Slash Street. Richard Doyle, TJ Nolan, Bob Rumplash, John Carpenter, Mark Gagnon. Oh no, Seahall having a problem here. See if they can't jiggle the handle. He's got the wrong gear. Uh-oh. He might have overheated that one. .38 seconds. Orth now showing the way, 37.402. Fast lap of a 5.57. Cola 6.0. Seahall at a 5.79. Gagnon 6.1. 20 seconds. That is time, drivers. Race it out, race it out. Gagnon done. Orth done. Cola done. Shut it down. Steve taking it 37.402. Cola with 36. Gagnon with 30. All right, hold on. Let me get some transponders sorted out here. Mr. Bob, one more time. Mr. Bob. Mr. Mark. There he is. He's coming out right now. Plenty of time. All right, Mr. Mark is good. All right, we got some marshals out there. Gentlemen, I'm going to restart the clock. Turn them loose. You got just over 2 minutes. Got a check in here from Mr. Dwayne. Says he wish he was here. Glorious day out. You definitely want some head covering on. I was here all day yesterday, and my neck is pretty red. My shoulders are pretty red, or my arms are pretty red, I should say. I'm glowing in the dark right now. All right, looks like my driver's just about ready to rock and roll. The order's going to be Richard, TJ, Bob, John, and Mark. All right, we'll try that again. Here we go. All right, TJ down to a 6'3", Richard 6'5", Bob 6'9", Carpenter 7'1", Gagnon 6'5", caution 1, caution 1, and it's clear. Gagnon doing some off-road excursions here through the turn 1 infield. Mr. Cola, remember after their final race, we're going to do the Pro Moto stuff. So hopefully you got a battery charged. Did I just hear a Ric Flair sighting? TJ showing the way right meow, somewhere out there. He's rocking the black and yellow number 22. Carpenter in second. By 2.5 of the line. Bob back in third now by a lap and change. Doyle behind him by 7 seconds. Gagnon trying to run them all down. You heard it there, 2 to go. Caution in 4. Oh, all our leaders get tangled up there. Remember, guys, this is not Days of Thunder. There's not enough water out there right now for it to be a beach scene, okay? Even though it definitely needs it. TJ dropping a 6'3", Carpenter with a 6'2", Doyle 6'0", Bob 6'4", Gagnon 6'5". Just under a minute to go. Caution on the back straight. And we're clear. 30 seconds, drivers. DJ rocking a 36-lap run here. Gagnon getting a little high. Caution 3, caution 3. Stay low, driver, stay low. And we're clear. That is time, drivers. Race it out, race it out. Looking for Carpenter and Gagnon to finish out here. They're all cleaning them out there. Looking for Gagnon. Here he comes. And shut it down. TJ gonna set that TQ 36 laps, 403. Carpenter with 35. Doyle 33. Bob 32. Gagnon with 25. Ocala Bomber, come on down. Jason Chase, come get your transponder. Yeah, after this race, we are going to have a little Pro Moto exhibition run. All right, let's see. Everybody but Cola and Chase are checked in because Jason just got his transponder. Be a moment. Remember, drivers, pace speed only under red flag conditions. Cars may be driving backwards at any time. You guys don't want to touch tips at speed. It's not pretty. Carpenter testing his luck down there at the far end. See if he can't fall off the backside of that thing. And we've had somebody that did that on a track at one point. It wasn't here, but he is here today, or he was here today. All right, hold on. Let's get all my cars away from the start-finish line, please. Just pull them forward a little bit more. Mr. Cola, check in for me. Mr. Jason, come around the front straight again one more time for me. Mr. Jason, sportsman, but we had no sportsman, so we're bumping up to the next level ability here. Mr. Cola, one more time. So he's not exactly eligible for any of the goodies in this class, but he's out there to get some learning experience and all that good stuff with some guys that are a little bit better than him. All right, gentlemen, turn them loose. I'm going to put a couple more seconds on the clock here. You got a minute on the clock. And looks like Jason might have a right front body rub issue there with the front tire. Jason, you might want to see if you can raise that body on the right front a little bit. Like you might have a little extra post space. I don't know if you got another hole or two. That'd definitely help you out. looks like it might be hitting on the rear wheel well of the front well. But we got what we got, unless you got scissors on you. We'll figure it out. Definitely want to make sure the body's clear in any of these classes. You'll see on my, when I was running the yellow taxi cab out there, that thing was jacked up a solid inch above the wheels. All right, the order for this one is going to be Richard, John Cola, Tim Emery, Jason Wagner, Brad Feeney, and Jason Chase. Got a Charger out there, a couple Camaros, and a buggy late model. Doyle out here practicing yesterday. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Ooh, Richard going in hot in a turn one there. That thing slid out. He caught it, though. Oh, he's taking the past champions groove around Carpenter. He's trying to put Carpenter back in timeout. All right, after 45 seconds, Brad Feeney showing the way. 36-lap run here. Out there in that number 77 blue. Cola in second in the orange 5. Richard Doyle in the Charger, the green and black, number 45, if I'm seeing that right. Wags in the deep blue, number 78. In fourth right now, Tim Emery behind him by 3/10 at the line in the green. And Mr. Jason out there back about 5 seconds in that buggy late model. Caution out of 4. DJ, you all right? Caution in 4. And we're mostly clear. 145 down, 2:15 to go. Cola, Feeney at the line, separated by 1.5. Doyle back just over 3 seconds in third. Wags trying to run him down. Emery back 8/10 in fifth. Chase back about a lap in sixth. Caution in 3, caution in 3. And we're clear. Caution in 3. Now third place, throwing it into the infield. 1:10 to go. Cola showing the way out here in the orange number 5. Oh, and he gets into Tim a little bit. Caution in 4. Jason got to roll into that throttle. A lot smoother than that. It's not a trigger. Caution in 4, caution in 4. Everybody's tangled up here. And we're clear. "20 seconds ago, Chase dropping a 6.6 last time by. New fast lap for him. Emery 6.9, Wagner 6.9, Richard 6.3, Brad 6.1, Cola 6.4. After this race is over, we're going to have our Pro Moto Expo. Caution 3 and 4. We got a kerfuffle. A couple of our leaders tied up in that one. Looking for Tim and shut it down at the last second there. Cola had a 12.8 second lap, and that's going to bump Mr. Brad Feeney back into the lead, 34.405 by 1.1 over John. Richard back 3 laps in third. Wagner back a lap in fourth. Emery another lap down in fifth. And Jason back a couple more in sixth. Number 1 rule of the day, finish the race. All right, boys and girls, that's the end of first round. Once again, we are going to do a little Pro Moto Expo here. I want 2 marshals in the infield, and we'll call that good. If we can get 2 people out there to just stand out there and look pretty. These guys aren't going to wreck. They have gyros in these things. Don't empty the batteries before we even get started. We got a couple guys coming out here for this one. So guys, I'm not keeping track of any times or anything. All we're going to do is give you guys a little warm-up session. And we're going to line you up nose to tail just like the oval guys are doing. And we're going to do a rolling start because I think you guys can have the ability. I could be wrong. All right, as soon as Mr. Cola gets up there, give these guys a couple laps. All right, gentlemen, you got 20 seconds to get a couple laps in there. Turn them loose. Sticks out there sleeping. All right, who are we waiting on? Is that Cola here on the stand? Who's on the stand here? Well, let's go. Get it out of there. You got it like 5 laps. And then we're going to start running. Just want to make sure you had a chance to get used to it before I just send you out there cold turkey. Man down, man down. Don't make Chris work for a living out there. I mean, he's out there in jeans already. It's like 85 degrees out here. All right, gentlemen, let's get them in some order. You know what? I think we're going to do this reverse. We're going to put Sean out front. We're going to put Sticks in second, and we're going to put Mr. Cola in third. Wah, wah, wah. Just keep them upright, guys. We'll catch up. Maybe. Throw them out towards the center of this straightaway. All right, somebody check Cole's medication. Just hold it up for a second. He'll hit the throttle or whatever. All right. Keep him going. Speed him up a little bit. You two catch up. All right, we're going to try this one more time. All right. All right, gentlemen, either way, get them going the right direction, or we're just going to turn you loose. We're done trying to figure out how for you guys to like drive a straight line here. Go, go, go. And we're close. Mr. John Grant tuning in, saying first time he's seen Pro Moto, he needs to tune in the Volusia feed over there with DeLand. They're running them about once, twice a month. Somebody hitting the brakes on the one, still going wide. That Sticks out there in the green bike with the green dude. Almost cleans out Sean, Mr. Melville, who's shaking and baking across this straightaway. Oh, and Cola's back in the infield. Cola should be tearing these boys up. He's got that pro line full shot on the back of that thing. I don't know what Sean has, but I think Sticks trying to drive it out of the field there. Mr. Charles Lazat tuning in. He's up at the big off-road race in Newberry today. Heard he bumped up, or at least the information I saw on the sign-up sheet said he was bumping up from novice to 21.5 on the off-road buggies. I'm going to switch over to the other camera here. About 12 minutes left on our break here. We're going to finish this one up about 2 minutes and give Wags about 10 minutes to do whatever he needs to do to the track. Oh, he goes for the block pass. Didn't work. Paid the price. All right, gentlemen, finish that lap, and you guys are done. Once again, we're going to try to start round 2 at 2:30. Round 2 at 2:30. All right, boys and girls, time for round two. Come on down, looking for Mud Boss, Bob, John, and Chris. Marshals will be our Ocala Bomber drivers. All right, looking for some of my Bomber Marshals to step on out here. Mud Boss guys are just about ready to rock and roll. Thank you to Mr. Doyle being first. All my drivers are checked in, ready to rock and roll. Mr. Jason's jumping out there. Thank you, sir. Mr. Wag's out there, too. All right, drivers, turn them loose. And looks like Carpenter's going to make a last-minute adjustment here. Just recharging that flux capacitor. Like he's moving a little clip out there. He's trying to tighten this bad boy up. Took him out. Okay. All right, Mr. Carpenter's going to lead us off, followed by Chris Thompson and Bob Rumplash. Current TQ 34405 by Mr. Carpenter. See what they can do this time. Here we go. Round two now underway. Bob throwing an elbow in there, paying the price. Chris's car looking pretty good if you keep that front end down, get some more steering out of it. That back end's just about glued in there till he gets out in the loose stuff. All right, Carpenter showing the way after about 5 laps or 40 seconds here on a 37-lap run, about 2 laps on the old time. Chris Thompson in second. Cross line, he is back 4.7. Bob behind him by less than 7/10. Bob, new fast lap, 6.55 that time by. Carpenter has a 6.27. And Chris has a 6.27. Carpenter dropping a 6.23, backs up with a 6.32. Chris Thompson a 6.18. Carpenter now picking up a 6.0 out there. Bob with a 6.5. Difference of 4.8 between John and Chris. They're both ahead of the old TQ now. Bob, another new fast lap, still a 6.5 though, and comes back with a 6.24. Chris Thompson down to a 5.90 in that white and orange number 48. Carpenter showing the way here in that red, black, and white number 17. Bob in that blue number 4. Separated by 4.3 seconds. Carpenter over Thompson at the moment. $120 to go up next. Buggy late model. John C. Hall, TJ Nolan, Casey Bass, Brad. Oh, Bob. Getting in the infield there. Carpenter, Thompson at the line. Separated by 5.3. Bob back about 3-4 laps now after a couple excursions into the infield with 25 seconds to go. Up next, Buggy late model. C. Hall, Nolan, Bass, Feeney. Chris Thompson, new fast lap, 5.72. Comes back with a 9.6 though. That is time, drivers. Race it out, race it out. Nobody's done yet. And shut it down. John Carpenter, Chris Thompson beating the old TQ. Carpenter 38.404. Thompson 37.404. And Bob 32.402. Everybody improving their times that time. All right, boys and girls, turn them loose. You got 2:30 on the clock. All right, boys and girls, last call for the adjustments. I think Mr. Casey's the only one making anything there, so we're going to get going with this one. It's going to be Brad, Casey, John, and TJ. Let's roll it off. Once again, Brad, Casey, John, and TJ. Here we go. Boys having some fun out there. All right, 30 seconds into this. TJ Nolan showing the way out there in the black and yellow, spinning out in front of Seahall, cautioning one, and it's clear. Y'all in second, Brad third, Casey fourth at the line. We'll let it shake out a couple more laps and give you a better race pace here. Now Seahall showing the way on a new TQ run, 37.403. It's about 2 seconds. Now 37.41, about 4 seconds ahead of the old time. Henig in second, Casey in third by less than a tenth. TJ behind him by 2.4 the line. New fast lap for TJ of 5.98. Caution down the back straight. Seahall just realized he wants to get back into off-road racing. You just jumped, so that's basically what it is right there. Seahall at the line, over Feeney by 1.7. Casey back 1/10 and third. TJ behind him by 4 seconds. Another new fast lap from TJ of 5.91. Casey's got a 5.79. Brad 6.0. Seahall 5.96. Everybody right in there. Caution on 2. Carpenter behind you. He tried. It didn't help out. Man, I'm starting to get a little hungry. Know where I'm heading here in a few minutes. Just a reminder, please stay hydrated out there. It might not be super hot out there, but it's definitely zapping it out of you. Seahall, Bass, both ahead of the current TQ, separated by 3.5 seconds, right meow. Brad behind in third by 5.5 seconds. TJ trying to run him down. He's about 2 laps back with a spin here or there. And the other 2 guys are holding hands out there. Looks like they just separated. 1:20 to go. Up next, short course late model. Come on down. Going to be Steve Orth, Mark Gagne, Don Fender, John Cola, John Sehaw. Top two on a 38-lap run here. 2.6 between them. The pink and yellow versus the black, green, or the green and black with the orange stripe on it. Mr. Brad back about a lap and third in the blue 77. Probably really is purple. That's a good color. I like it. TJ rocking a new body out there, the black and yellow. TJ now with a 5.73, new fast lap for the group. Caution in two, caution in two. 10 seconds to go. Once again, short course late model, you're up now. That is time, drivers. Race it out, race it out. Looking for TJ to finish out. Everybody else is done. Shut it down, gentlemen. Shut it down. John Seahall taking that one 38.4 flat. Missed it by 700ths. Casey with 37, going to line it up second in the main. Brad with third, still going to not improving his time, but he's going to fall 2 places to third overall. 35.4 flat for him. And TJ with 33. Got the fast lap, though, of a 5.73. Going to line up fourth. All right, short course late model, down and check them in. All right, where are my marshals at? Need them out here, please. We can turn these guys loose in just a moment. All my drivers except Mr. Don Fender are checked in. And now he's checked in. Seahall is in this race, but I do need the guys out there. Mr. TJ's out there. Casey's trying to get out there. He's scooping up his tires. You're not racing for another, like, hour, dude. Some things can be wore out before you even get them out there. All right, Mr. Brad's going to help him out there, and we're going to turn you gentlemen loose. You got a minute on the clock. All right, gentlemen, let's slow them down and get them in order. It's going to be Steve, John Cola, Mark Gagne, John Seahall, Don Fender. Again, Orth, Cola, Gagne, Seahall, Fender. All right, you both can't be down here, marshals. You one at one end, one at the other. Casey, pick an end. All right. We will try it again this time. Here we go. Caution on back straight. Stay low, stay low, stay low. And Fender waits for him. Thank you, sir. All right, 30 seconds into this. We'll let it shake out a couple more laps. Caution out of two, caution out of two. And we're clear, I think. You're clear. Steve Orth showing the way out there in that white-green number 52, rocking a 42-lap pace. Seahall in the black, pink, and yellow. In second, about 9/10. Now Seahall to lead by 9/10 over Steve. Gagne, caution in 3 and 4. It's Steve, John, Mark, John Cola, Don Fender at the line here. Orth and Seahall separated by, it's about a lap at the line. It's 3.3 now. Gagne, new fast lap, 5.92 in third. Fender in fourth, about a lap behind him. Now Cola taking over that fourth spot. Fender back 2 seconds in fifth. Caution in 1, go high through 1. And we're clear. Stay low through 3, drivers. .240 down, 120 to go. Steve and John Seahall. Caution on front straight. Stay high, drivers, stay high. Casey, take him over to the corner with you. Steve showing the way. Seahall still in second at the moment. It looks like it's going to change now. Cola and Fender are going to bump up above him here. Run down some fast times. Orth a 5.4. Cola 6.0. Fender 5.6. Seahall at a 5.7. Gagne 5.9. TQ pace here for Steve Orth. Going to set a new one. 40 lap run going. Oh, with a 5.76. That time by with 10 seconds to go. He's back in second right now. Going to qualify second at the moment. Almost everybody improving their time here. Up next, Slash Street, come on down. That is time, drivers. Race it out, race it out. And everybody's done. Orth's going to take it 40 laps, 4.07. Cola with 36. Fender 35. Bender going to bump up 2 spots to 3rd overall in qualifying, and Mark with 34 going to improve his time, but still line up 4th. All right, Slash Street down and check him in. While we have a little lull in the action here, just a reminder, we are closed tomorrow. Easter Sunday, we are closed. We can spend time with our families. So I apologize if you had Sunday practice here in the Oval deep in your heart, somewhere in the back of the brain. Not going to happen today, this weekend, unfortunately. But normally Sunday morning, awesome time. Get some Oval practice in after Saturday's program. First hour or so, hour or two, pretty good. After that, track might start drying out too much. Still add water, but never the same. All right, where are my marshals at? Here they come. Looking for a check-in from Richard and Mark. All right, Mr. Ort's going to cover the north end there. Mark's good. Mr. Richard, here he comes. All right, all my drivers checked in. Turn them loose. You got just under a minute. And looks like TJ needs a little minute's grace here. They're jiggling the handle on something. Bob Rumplash, I don't know how you do it, buddy. Your head must be on fire right now. All right, we got a new or an old camera, but new to us. It's up on top of the building today. We'll see if it catches on fire from all the heat. But we can see some of the drivers on the driver's stand. If you're watching online, take a look up there. Mr. Bob with the bald head. Somehow that thing's not burning on flames like Ghost Rider or something. All right, looks like Mr. TJ is coming out now. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate the teamwork out there. It's all about making buddies, having a good time. Racing's fun too, but you can still suck and go have a good time with your buddies out for a weekend, racing somewhere. So, all right, gentlemen, let's slow them down. Let's get them in order. It's going to be TJ, John, Richard, Bob, and Mark. Carpenter now deciding to make a change. Roll him off, guys. He can throw it out there in a second. Once again, TJ, John, Richard, Bob, and Mark. Here we go. Remember, guys, you're on your own clock when you cross that line. Richard throwing a hip check on John. There's no mercy, sweep the leg. Oh, John getting a little love there, and he's waiting for him. Thank you, gentlemen. Caution in two, caution in two. Caution in 3 and 4. And still caution in 4. Looks like we're clear. You guys, you got to roll onto that throttle. You can't just hammer it down. We're not indoors. Couple guys getting way out there. Big breeze coming through turn 3. Everybody going crazy over there. But it feels good in that driver's stand, though. Gagne with a 6.7 last time by. Richard has a 6.5. Nolan 6.2. Bob with a 7.0. And Carpenter's got the fast lap of a 6.10. TJ showing the way, though. Over Carpenter by over a lap, almost 2 laps. Gagne back about a lap in 3rd. Make that 5 seconds. Richard behind him by 3.4 in 4th. Caution down the back straight. And second place getting spinning out turn 3 there. There's a little dip there in that corner you got to be careful of. I put that there yesterday, and I tried to fix it yesterday. Only so much a man can do. Halfway. Nolan showing way on a 35 lap run here. It's a little off TQ just a bit. Nolan, your leader in that black and yellow, number 22. Gagne getting loose out there in the dust. Spinning out. Got to stay down in that groove. Mark, just slow down earlier and get down in that low line. They can go around you when they get on the straightaway. That's just how it works. Only so much give you can do with just a minute to go. TJ out front by 3.5 laps here over Carpenter. Doyle back about a lap in 3rd. Bob behind him by a lap and change. And Mark improving his qualifying time over the first round on a 26 lap pace here. Still going to line up 5th. Got a little caution in 4 here, and it's clear with 20 seconds to go. Up next, Ocala Bomber. Richard, John Cola, Tim Emery, Jason Wagner, Brad Feeney, Jason Chase. That is time. Race it out, drivers, race it out. Caution down out of 4. Carpenter's done. Nolan is done. Richard's done. Looking for Mark, and it looks like he just pulled it off. We'll call it good. All right, let's get him down and checked in. Brad, John, Cola, Wags, Tim Emery, Jason. Mr. Doyle is ready to rock and roll according to my information. Thanks to Mr. Wags building the track off there. He had to change radios and maybe receivers too, so this ought to be interesting. I'm assuming he got it ready to go. There he is. I'm expecting a little better performance out of him this run after last run. He said his throttle was sticking. There's something wrong with the actual trigger on it. All right, looking for a check-in from Brad. He's good, and Mr. Wags is on his way up the stand. All right, gentlemen, turn them loose. You got 2:10 on the clock. All right, looking for Mr. Gagnon to come out here, Marshall. We've got about a minute left in this one before we get started. It's like, all right, 30 seconds to go. Last call for any adjustments. Last call for Marshals. Richard's in this race. TJ is out there. Bob is out there. Carpenter's out there. Mark Gagnon, I need you out here, sir. All right, gentlemen, let's get them in order. It's going to be Brad, John Cola, Richard Doyle, Jason Wagner, Tim Emery, Jason Chase. Again, Feeney, Cola, Doyle, Wagner, Emery, Chase. Looking good, gentlemen. Here we go. Remember, you cross line, you're on the clock. Jason up on two wheels down the front straightaway, driving it off the walls. Both Jasons were that time. It's Brad, Richard, Cola, Chase, Wagner, Emery at the line here. Emery, new fast lap 7.4. Wagner 6.5. Chase 6.5. Cola 6.5. Doyle 6.0. Brad 6.0. Richard showing the way out there in the Charger. Oh, Jason going for a tumble in turn 2. Richard rocking the green and black Charger. Car's looking pretty good. Just keep it down in that groove a little closer in the turns. Dropping a 6.5 last time by. Cola in his second out with a 6.45. He's in the orange. Oh, and Richard gets into him a little bit. He's waiting for him. And we're back underway there. Great sportsmanship, guys. I appreciate it. It's easier to speed up through the corner than it is to slow down and then speed back up. At the line with halfway, Brad Feeney showing the way out there in that blue 77. Oh, he's getting sideswiped by Jason there a little bit. Cola in second by 5.4. Richard back half a second in third. Jason Chase in fourth. Wags 2.1 in fifth. Tim 2 laps behind him in sixth at the moment. Jason going way wide and in turn 2. Trying to work the cushion there. None of that to be found. .110 to go. Brad, Cola, Doyle, all separated by just over a lap here. Top 3 ahead of the current TQ of a 34 and 405. Brad and John on a 36, Richard on a 35, Wags on a 33, Jason 33, Emery on a 29. Caution in 3, go high to 3, high to 3. Go low into 3 now. Top 3 still ahead of that TQ. Brad, John, Richard. Richard still at the fast lap. 5.79 out of nowhere. Beanie with a 6.0. Cola 6.4. Wags with a 6.5. Chase with a 6.1. Emery 7.0 with 9 seconds to go. Last race of qualifying here. Go low into 1. Low into 1. Somebody. Wags going to figure out which way to go there. It's tough sometimes. Looking for one more and shut it down. Brad Feeney going to take it. 36.41 new TQ. Cola in second, beating the old time as well. 35.4 flat. Richard with 34.4 flat. And the fast lap of a 5.79. Going to qualify third. Jason Chase 33. He bumped up 2 spots to fourth overall. Wags with 32. He's in fifth. And Emery with 28. Not improving his time this round, but lining up sixth either way. All right, boys and girls, it's 3:15. I think we're going to start the mains at 3:45. Is that all right? A 30-minute break? I got to eat something. I'm starving here. I'm losing weight. I left the house with nothing, man. Race order will be the same again. Once again, main start at 3:45. All right, drivers, track is open for practice, or practice is running either way. And I'm posting mains right now. Just about 10 minutes left. 10 minutes till it remains. All right, Mr. Casey, pull off my track. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's just about time to start those mains. I need my Mud Boss driver to start heading down this way. John Carpenter, Chris Thompson, Bob Rumplash. Marshals will be Ocala Bomber. Brad Feeney, John Cole, Richard Doyle, Jason Chase, Jason Wagner, Tim Emery. Once again, we are starting at 3:45. That's 2 minutes. All right, boys and girls, 3-minute clock is ticking. Looking for our mud boss drivers, Carpenter, Thompson, Rumplash. Throw them down and check them in. All right, gentlemen, turn them loose. You got just under 2 minutes. Turn and burn. All right, looks like these boys and girls are ready to rock and roll. The order is Mr. John Carpenter, TQ 38404 is going to lead us off, followed by Chris Thompson, Bob Rumplash. Gentlemen, 3 feet apart. And here we go. Ooh, Chris getting a little loose out of 2. Bob, nowhere to go. Gets in the back of him. All right, Carpenter down to a 5'9". Thompson 5'5". Bob 6'7". One down, 3 to go. Carpenter showing the way on a 40-lap pace here. He's in that red, black, and white, number 17. Chris Thompson in the orange, white, and blue, number 48. In second, back under 4/10 there. Mr. Bob in the all-blue, number 4. Back a lap and change at the line here. Carpenter dropping a 5'9". Thompson with a 5'8" last time by. Still separated by a half a second at the line. Now up to 9/10. Carpenter stretching out the lead like he does the elastic in his underwear. And it looks like Chris starting to pick up a little bit back on him here. Carpenter trying to find a way behind Bob, and he gets by. Thompson getting it by a little faster there. Nose to tail now. 3/10 of the line. Oh, Carpenter dumps it in the infield off of 2. And Thompson going to take that lead over here. Difference of 3 seconds at the line. He's still got 1:20 on the clock. Plenty of time here. Mr. Don Daggy tuning in, saying Happy Easter to everyone. Chris Thompson showing the way down the back straightaway. He's got about half a lap lead on Carpenter. From the top rope. Oh, our leader's getting tangled up now. And Bob lets him back by. Good job, guys. Appreciate it. See right now, Chris just got to cruise out there with just over 30 seconds to go. He's got solid 4.6 second lead on Carpenter. Now he's behind him again, so it is all but over. He's just got to keep it clean and coast to the finish here. Carpenter's got to throw some hot laps down to get back into this one. Carpenter going wide in 3. Thought he might throw him a little hip check, see if he can't get him out and loose stuff and spin it out for a little bit to catch back up. But John being cleaner than that. And everybody is done. Shut it down. Chris Thompson taking it 39.402. Carpenter 38. Bob with 34. All three of those guys obviously on the podium tonight. And I got to say, Wags did fix our podium tonight. So now we're not going to be staring into the lights or the sun. If you haven't noticed, the podium was flipped around this week. All right, short course late model, come on down. Excuse me, sorry, buggy late model, John Seahawk, Casey Bass, Brad Feeney, TJ Nolan. This might be the race of the night here. These guys are pretty close in qualifying. Looks like we're going to pause for the cause here. All right, clock restart. Let's get him down and checked in, gentlemen. Looking for Seahall and Feeney. Slow it down, guys. Red light is on. I only have one marshal out there right now. Mr. Bob's heading on out. Here comes Chris. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, turn them loose. Got 2:05 on the clock. All right, boys and girls, last call for any adjustments. Last call for any adjustments. The order for this one's going to be John Seahall, your TQ 38-4 flat, followed by Casey Bass, Brad Feeney, and TJ Nolan. Here we go. Seahall going in shallow there, hitting the whiskers and getting pushed out, taking it back in turn 3 and 4. Well, over and under action here from Casey and John. Oh, John catching the whiskers on the exit there. Casey trying to make a pass on the outside. Brad in tow here. TJ not far behind. Rocking a 41 lap run here. Oh, Brad spinning out. Middle of 3 and 4 is going to the back. TJ and Brad battling out. Now it's Brad and TJ at the line for that third spot. Final podium spot here. One man's going to be out. We'll probably take a group picture anyways, just because it's fun. One down, 3 to go. John Seahall showing the way on a 42-lap run here. Casey dropping a new fast lap, 5.799. Seahall, your leader, rocking the pink, yellow, and fluorescent stripe on the bottom of that thing. Casey's got the orange stripe on the front of his, green car, some black highlights, the white. Brad in the, I'm calling that purple, because that's definitely a different color than his bomber. Caution in 1, TJ spinning out there, and he's back underway. Oh, we got a couple guys tangled up out of 2. Casey back 2.1 on the line here behind your leader. You heard it there, halfway up next, short course late model. Steve, John, Don, Mark, and Seahall. Start thinking about it. Caution in 2, and looks like it's clear. And looks like Mr. Bass making a little more headway here. He's back 1.7 behind our leader. Down the front straightaway they go. Casey Bass, new fast lap, 5.53. Back 1.1 of the line. Brad back just over a lap here. Nolan back another lap and 4th. New fast lap for Nolan, 5.8. One minute to go. Seahawk getting loose off a 2 there. Casey back 8/10. 24 seconds to go. You know, Seahawk had some trouble with his short course late model earlier, overheating or something. Oh, and he spins out. Casey getting by with 10 seconds to go. Caution 3, stay high through 3. Turn him around, driver. Thank you, Chris. Oh! Seahall trying to hug it a little too tight there. That is time to cross line. You are done. Brad going to lock in 3rd. Casey taking the victory here. Seahall going to come home 2nd. And TJ rounding out the field. Casey and John, a 41 lap run there. 4:02 to a 4:04. Brad with 39. TJ with 37. All right, short course down and check them in. Restarting that clock. All right, just looking for Seahall to check in. Everybody else ready to rock and roll. Need my marshals out here. These boys are ready to turn some laps. I got two of them out there. Mr. Brad heading out here in just a moment. All right, gentlemen, everybody's checked in. Give Mr. Seahall a chance to get up these stairs here, and then we'll turn you guys loose. You got plenty of time here. All right, gentlemen, roll them off. Got a kerfluffle on one, guys. Kerfluffle on one. Plenty of space out there. Spread them out. I got one volunteer marshal at the south end of the track here to help us out. That'd be really appreciated. All right, drivers, last call for any adjustments. Last call for any adjustments. Mr. Wags has got the south end. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Brad, Mr. Casey, finish your hug out there and spread on out. The order for this one, your top qualifier, 40 laps, 407. Mr. Steve Orr's going to lead us off, followed by John Cola, Don Fender, Mark Gagnall, and John Seahall. Steve, Cola, Fender, Gagnall, Seahall. Here we go. Caution and four, caution and four. Caution out of four. Stay low through four. And we're clear. All right, about 50 seconds into Steve Orr showing the way. Seahall in second, Fender back 2/10 in third. Down the front straightaway they go. Cola in fourth right now. Good save by Gagnall there. It's Orth, Seahall, Fender, top three right now. Cola back a lap and change in fourth. Gagnall back another lap. I make that 3.5 in fifth. Leader spinning out in turn four. Seahawk only 8/10 behind him now. It's the green, white, and black or gray number 52 versus the black, pink, and fluorescent yellow number 1. Fender in that white and black number 99. Almost a lap, almost about to get lapped by these guys. .145 to go. Great battle for the lead here. Caution in 3, caution in 3. Caution in 4. Leaders down the front straightaway. Fourth showing the way, getting a little loose in a couple spots here. Seahawk trying to find something. 1:15 to go. I think Seahawks doing better this round. This was the car he was having trouble with earlier in the qualifiers. You heard it there. 1 minute to go. Your leader coming off turn 4. That white, green, and gray. All right, guys, calm down. Caution in 3. Stay low in the 3 drivers. Caution in 4. Caution in 4. And it looks like everybody's separated out here by about a lap. 5 seconds to go. This time by, everybody should be done. Oh, Orth gets one more lap. Seahawks done. Ganya is done. He's looking for Cole to finish out here. And he quit. Shut it down, guys. Steve's going to take it 42. Seahawk with 40. Fender with 40. Ganya and Cola with 33. All right, Slash Street, come on down. Let's throw them down, check them in. I was trying to get you on camera there. All right, drivers, let's get him down and checked in. Looking for Richard and Mark to get checked in here. I know Mark just raced, so he's coming back out. I think we'll have plenty of marshals for this one. All right, gentlemen. You got 1:45 on the clock, turn and burn. All right, boys and girls. All my drivers ready to rock and roll. Your top qualifier, 36,403, Mr. TJ Nolan's going to lead him off, followed by John Carpenter, Richard Doyle, Bob Rumplash, Mark Gagne. Marshals are looking good. Here we go. We're off and running. Ooh, Carpenter going tight, hitting the pipe, and Richard getting by him here. TJ showing a 39 lap pace right now, just about 45 seconds into this one. He's that black and yellow car. Richard Doyle in second in the orange. Carpenter in the white, black, and orange number 99. Oh, Richard getting spun out or spinning out. Could not tell. Bob Rumplash running into him as well as, who was the other car? That was your leader, TJ, so everybody getting on the action here. Oh, one of your leaders in the infield, and he's back out. Now it's Carpenter to lead. Oh, and Nolan getting tapped from Gagne. Carpenter up on the pipe again. It's Carpenter, Rumplash back 3.7. TJ in third by 1.3. Richard back 7 and change. TJ up to second now. Down the inside of Richard, putting him back a lap. Your leader, John Carpenter, coming off turn 2 in that white, black, and orange number 99. Gagne on new fast lap 6.5. Richard has 6.4. Bob 6.6. Nolan 6.1. Carpenter 6.3. And now TJ's got John in his sights, coming through 3 and 4. He is on his bumper now. Carpenter going wide in 3, giving him room. Plenty of room, too much room. Cost himself position, maybe a little bit more. Nolan showing the way with 1:20 to go on a 35 lap pace here. Carpenter back 1.7. Richard behind him by about a lap. Make that 6 seconds. New fast lap for Richard. He's upside down in turn 2. Stay low through 2. Drivers stay low through 2. Richard with a 6.4. Gagnon had a 6.3. You can just let off a little sooner, Mark. You got to keep it down in that corner. You want to be tickling those whiskers or letting the whiskers tickle you. Whatever you're into, buddy. 45 seconds to go. Oh, Calabomber, start heading this way. You drivers are up next. Oh, Gagnon spinning out in turn 3 and 4, and he's staying out of the way there. Good job. TJ leading Carpenter by 4.8, almost a lap here. 15 seconds to go. Bob and Richard battling out for that final podium spot. And I think Bob got the raw into that one. 5 seconds to go. Let's see what happens here. That is time you cross the line. You are done. Mark is done. Bob is done. Carpenter, Richard, TJ, shut it down. TJ Nolan taking that one. 36.406. Carpenter 35. Doyle with 34, Bob with 33, and Mark with 30. All right, boys and girls, let's get them down and checked in. All right, what do we got here? Looking for Brad and Wags to get checked in. I know Mr. Wags just got off the track blowing it off, so time for him. Brad's on his way up. We're going to see if the Scorpion's going to come from the tail of the field here just about to take the victory tonight. A little chicken dinner for Wags. Wags been busting tail all week, painting, putting up new fencing, all sorts of good stuff, fixing our podium. Hopefully it pays off a nice chicken dinner here. All right, looking for Wags to check in. Gentlemen, we are good to go. Turn them loose. I'll put a minute on this clock for you. Remember, after all this, we still got podium pictures to take, so if you're top 3 or TQ, We're going to see who made the right tire choice in this one. All right, gentlemen, let's slow it down. Slow it down. Mr. Gagnon might take the infield. Somebody will. All right, your top qualifier, 36.41. Brad Feeney is going to lead the field off here. John Cola in 2, Richard Doyle 3, Jason Chase 4, Jason Wagner 5, Tim Emery 6. Remember, drivers, Mr. Chase not eligible for the goodies tonight. No matter where he finishes, it'll be okay. And here we go. Good clean start. See who's going to shake and bake. Made the right tire choice. Oh, Richard. Whoa, you just can't drive off from that, buddy. Mr. Richard, do a stop and go. Give Cola a chance here. All right, go. Like firewall deep. All right, it's Brad, Wags, Chase, Doyle, Cola, Emery at the line. Caution down the back straight. Stay low, stay low. And we're clear. Just about a minute into this one. Brad Feeney showing the way out there in that blue 77. Rocking Camaro body. Wags in the 78. Cautioning for. Oh, and your leader get tangled up there. That is a battle for the lead. Go high into 1, high into 1. Now low into 1. Oh, poor Mark had nowhere to go to marshal that. Calm down, Mark. Calm down. Nobody needs to be getting hurt out there. That's going to shake things up. Richard back to the lead now. In the Charger down the front straightaway. Blue or black and green. Brad in second. Cola third. Wagner fourth. Jason in fifth. Tim in sixth right now. Fast laps. Tim 7 flat. Chase 6.5. Wag 6.5. Cola 6.4. Caution out of 4. Brad 6.2 last time by, and Richard with a 6.21, the fast lap so far. Brad on the inside of him, making the pass for the lead there. Oh, Chase gets into a little bit. We got a battle for the lead again. Richard still holding on to it. Brad underneath him off of 4. Cole in third. Wags right behind him in fourth by 1.4. And our leaders getting tight off of 4. Oh, almost touching there. Off of 4. Oh, Richard gets in the loose stuff. Crosses in front of Brad, and now Brad's going to take that spot over with 1 minute to go. Cola in third. Wags back 2.4. The orange car and the blue 78 trying to battle it out for that final podium spot. Caution in 2. Jason getting out of the way there. Thank you, sir. .30 seconds to go. It's Brad, Richard, Cola, Wagner, Chase, Emery at the line. I missed it. Richard in the lead now. Brad to the lead. Caution in turn 1. Stay low in the 1. Low in the 1. Oh, poor. That Tim. Looks like Tim stuck it on the wall there. I couldn't even see the car. That is time. Race it to the line. Looking for one more and shut it down. Brad Feeney taking it 36.401. Richard back 2.7 in second. Cola rounding out the podium there. with 35 laps, Wags with 34, Chase with 33, Tim with 29. Fast lap goes to Mr. Richard Doyle, 5.73. That was a nail biter. I tried to get in the water, the edges there for you guys, but anyways, that is it for the racing on the oval today. We're going to do podium ceremony here in just a moment. I want to thank all our live stream viewers tuning in, and we may see you yet tonight for the oval race. Stay tuned to our Facebook, our YouTubes, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you for that. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you then.